Hello, we are the Villa and Mantas and we are traveling around the world to visit 100 countries. Currently, we are in the 53rd country, Singapore, and we are loving it. This is why sharing with you our top places and things in this small, incredible country.
So here we are.
In our 53rd country, Singapore. Since we are already here, we can't miss a chance to see the jewel. So now we are going to find it. One of the things you must see, and especially when you just arrive to the airport, only a few steps away from the arrivals, you have the famous jewel. So here it is. You can also take a train that goes through the way just nearby the jewel. Is it worth coming here? Definitely yes. I mean, it's totally free. You get to see it and it's only like 10 to 15 minutes from your casual route. And now, searching for the metro to go to the Singapore. To get from the airport to the city, you need an S-Link card. Or you can of course buy the ticket, but if you're here for more than like a few days, so we are 4 to 5 days, it's very usual, very nice to have this. It costs $10 per person. You need to have cash, but it already has $5 for the travel. And you just buy it and you can use it as like a metro card in most of the cities, and it looks pretty.
Marina Bay is most popular walking and running path in whole Singapore. This waterway is basically entertainment district with theaters and museums surrounded by modern skyscrapers. You can take a coffee or ice cream from many cafes located in this area. So Singapore translated to English means lion city, so the main symbol of the city is of course lion. And here you can see the main statue of it, which gathers huge crowds here. This lion is called Merlion, which is half a mermaid and half a lion. Most popular route is to go to Merlion, Marina Bay Sands and Helix Bridge. It takes about an hour to go through all these places. Of course, if you are not stuck in Marina Bay Sands shopping mall, which has most luxurious shops and beautiful cafes. And here we are in really the most famous place in Singapore, Marina Sands Hotel, and we are planning to have a dinner today there. Restaurant which we chose were on the top floor of Marina Bay Sands building. In our opinion, it's most cost-efficient option to visit this place because our full dinner with mains and a dessert cost us less than 200 Singaporean dollars, where to spend a night in a hotel cost 5 times more, and the food is great here. For example, here is a restaurant special dessert, 20 layers cake. It's huge. Our recommendation would be to come here for early dinner. Then you will be able to see Singapore in different colors during sunset and at the night. Also, you will be able to spectate Supertree Groove show from the above, but in our opinion, better to see these marvelous trees from the below.
Came to the Bay Gardens, and actually I always thought that the whole area you need to pay for, but you can walk in here freely.
It's probably most famous artificial park in the whole world. We extremely enjoyed relaxing here in Supertree Groove as we could just lay on our backs under the trees and mesmerize at this artificial beauty.
And then on the other side.
Every evening there is a light show which gathers thousands of people. It starts daily, 7:45 and 8:45 at the evening. This show is truly majestic, and I can promise that everyone will enjoy it, no matter what the age of person is. And now we are heading to another cultural district of Singapore called Chinatown.
Yes, and you've probably seen most of the temples in here, so that's the goal. We would like to see two main temples of the Chinatown in Singapore. While in Chinatown it started raining. I wouldn't say like a raining, it's like a shower. But it's so humid and hot that this weak shower is not harming.
Not scary, I would say.
Yeah, not scary at all.
Yeah, but at the evenings there are sometimes very heavy rains here in Singapore. I mean, we saw something like that in Brunei, I guess.
Yes. First one is Sri Mariamman temple that you have probably seen in most of the photos of Singapore, and it is the oldest Hindu temple in the whole Singapore, and was the first one where the Indian wedding could have been done in Singapore.
It's free to enter this shrine, and it's full of people anytime you will plan to visit. It's amazing to be able to see all Hindu rituals and feel the culture inside this temple. Chinatown is of course not only about temples, it also has lovely streets. As you can see, here is plenty of places to eat, restaurants and cafes. At the daytime it's not very crowded, so it's just good for a short walk. Second temple which we are visiting is called Buddha Tooth Relic Temple. This is extremely beautiful Chinese Buddhism temple where you can enter even during the prayer time. Chinatown has many highlights, and in our opinion these two temples are very good points to start your exploration of this area.
So by taking the Circle Line metro and jumping out in the Haw Par Villa station, you immediately get out to the entrance, and it already looks crazily good.
This is, I guess, he's inviting us to enter to this villa.
And we are definitely going in. So the idea of this park is that it has so many beautiful sculptures, statues, ponds, so you can wander around exploring all the bright colors and details. It's a really nice walk, and it's totally free. You can buy the food for the turtles in here and then throw in fishes and turtles. They are fighting for it. You can see all of these represent some stories, myths probably. To walk just like through the gallery. Just jumping out of the Circle Line on the Botanic Garden, you immediately appear in the Botanic Garden, and now you're just wandering around in this super humid and hot day. It's very nice to be somewhere in the park. So yeah, the Botanic Garden is huge, and our plan is to cross through it. And again, it's completely free. Can you hear the sound? And the birds just running around.
It's like a bamboo forest here.
Almost. Bamboos everywhere. It's incredible that comparably such a small country has such a huge park. You can just walk around, enjoy the shadows on the hot day, the sounds, animals even. So it's refreshing to have something like this in the city of the skyscrapers. Some of these trees and plants are so pretty. We have never seen them before. And you can see people are having picnics in here for family, and they have even a symphony rehearsal right now. And in the middle of the park you have additional park, that's Orchid Garden, and this one is not free anymore. It costs $15 per person. I just love plants and flowers, and orchids are the flowers that, I don't know, I just correlate with my mom, so I just wanted to go here and take a bunch of photos and share with the family. So far it smells so good. The best part here is the smell, so I'm so sad you could not feel it. It smells so good. And within the garden you have the VIP Orchid Garden. Let's see what this is all about. These are the VIP flowers. And here there's also a pool house, and it's really cool in here. But they have different orchids here, so it's really worth to go through the whole orchid garden to see this.
For us, one of interesting things to do in Singapore were to spend the night in a space pod. We slept in met space pods during our first night in this modern city, and we created a full episode about this experience. You can check it by clicking a link on the top of this video. Another very famous place in Singapore is Orchard Road. Here you can find all kind of cafes and restaurants and
shopping centers, everything like that.
Roads leading to Orchard Street are not that packed, but you definitely know when you get to the Singapore's retail hub.
You can see it's super busy in here, and you're just going through one super shopping center to another shopping center.
This is a little bit overwhelming how many people are here, but it's a must-visit place in Singapore to understand more about this Southeast Asia leading country. And that's it for today's video. We hope you enjoyed watching this episode and would love to meet you in the next one, where we'll be jumping to another continent. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, it means a world to us, and we're saying bye till the next week.